Here we go. First weekend of March. It's going to feel more like the second weekend of April, though, according to average temperatures at least. Wanted to just talk a little bit about Wednesday, not totally recap the storm event, but there was a lot of lightning, our first thunder of the season for most of us. The yellow, the highest amount of lightning over the course of the day on Wednesday, of course, in the East Metro, where they also had the largest hail. And worth stepping back and taking a look at the climate versus weather element of the last several months. Of course, it was cold in February for a couple weeks, but that's weather. And also, the first 10 days of March has been very warm. That's also weather. So it's important to look at the 4-month period. There we get into a little bit bigger picture. And of course, we're still running well above normal, but very much above normal so far here for the month of March. And that's helping the birds. Already starting to see some birds migrating at night in the south and east. Of course, probably a little while for the bulk of it yet here, though some birds already, of course, are moving early on, but if you need to eat bugs, you got to wait a little while for our area. Also, La Nina making some news here as it is drastically weakening. This is December. You can see the cold waters. That's what La Nina is, the opposite of El Nino in the equatorial eastern Pacific. But lately, this is over the last couple days, look at the difference. Still cool, but closer to normal. So the Climate Prediction Center is forecasting a 60% likelihood that we head into a neutral stage, which means neither La Nina or El Nino. So there you go. And it wasn't really a La Nina pattern for most of us this winter anyway. But the Pineapple Express is going. We call it that because it's a plume of moisture coming all the way from near Hawaii, the tropical Pacific. And that's going to be pushing moisture into this system that's going to be creating a ton of snow in Colorado. So we get a deep low sitting here over the southwest. This thing was in the Pacific Northwest a week ago, so very slow moving. So you got the upper level dynamics and then moisture really streaming in from the Pacific, and that's going to create a lot of snow there that we'll show you here in a second. But of course, we had snow Wednesday night to the north and west. You can still see that on these visible satellite images, pictures from space, and of course a frozen Lake Mille Lacs, no surprise there, but bare ground here. And look at the difference it makes on temperature. I know we know this, but of course fresh snow makes a huge impact on temperatures. This is what it looked like early yesterday when the snow was freshest, and you can see that track started off in South Dakota, Nebraska, and created that swath of snow for northern Minnesota. And I show you this just to remind you how important ice is to the Arctic, especially on a large scale, how much of that energy reflects back and keeps the planet in balance. So highs only in the 20s today, up along those areas that are still covered in snow, but 40s further south. So big difference in temperatures, and you can imagine on a larger scale what that does. So big story over the next several days is that storm. Snow starts up tomorrow across Colorado and Wyoming, rain on the warmer side of it. And this system is headed our direction, but differing scenarios as to how much of that moisture moves into the Twin Cities specifically. Some different tracks here. American model a little further north, that means a few inches of snow at least for us, but the European model just enough south where we may not see much at all, maybe just a coating. So we're gonna have to watch very closely over the weekend any little wobbles in the track of this system, because it could mean the difference of snow or no snow for us. But it is gonna be big snow to the west. You've probably seen some of the amounts. I don't think it'll be quite as much as 4 feet plus, like some have been putting out there. And neither does the Weather Service offices in either Colorado or Wyoming. But Denver area could see a foot plus, but it looks like the jackpot is going to be really in southeastern Wyoming, where we could see 30 plus inches of snow for a few spots. So this is a major system, definitely, and they can always use it there in those ski places. But the difference is for us, yeah, in the snowfall, it looks like southern Minnesota, unavoidable and accumulating snow, but exactly how far north does it get into the Twin Cities? We may miss a snow to our north from Wednesday and maybe another one to our south here on Monday. We'll have to watch it though. There are some chances of that migrating a little further north, but a beautiful weekend, 58 tomorrow, maybe even 60, around 50 on Sunday, sunshine both days, just more filtered sun on Sunday with some high clouds. And then Monday late in the day, we'll see a rain snow mix get going here. Again, especially further south is the bigger likelihood of that. And then still on the slightly cooler than we've been side, but above normal. Normal high is 41. So even Tuesday, those temperatures are where we should be, and then we're back up closer to 50 by Wednesday, and all indications are that by next weekend, it will be rather mild again around here.